Hey there, it's Perry with PapercraftingThreads. Thanks for joining me. Today I have a swinging flip front card. I used parts from the Watercolor and Blooms December 2025 paper pumpkin kit, but feel free to substitute whatever you have in your stash. I cannot wait to see other versions of this card. So let's get started. I have a piece of balmy blue cardstock measuring 5.5 by 8.5 and it's scored down the middle at 4.25 inches. I have a piece of pretty peacock cardstock that measures 4 inches by 5.25 inches. I have a scrap piece of pretty peacock that we'll be using in a moment. I have a piece of basic white cardstock that measures 5 inches by 7 7/8 inches, and we'll be scoring this. And I have one of the card bases from the kit. I'm using the Textured Notes dies, and I'm using this one, which is counting the third one in from the largest. And I'm placing that on my card front. And I'm just going to eyeball it here and try to get it centered. That looks pretty good. And I'm running this through my die cut machine. I'll be right back. And I'll save this for something. I'm using this same die cut on my scrap piece of pretty peacock. And I'm going to cut that out, and I'll be right back. Using one of the card bases from the kit, I'm cutting a strip that is 1 3/4 by 4 3/4. And then using the next die down from that other one I used, I'm cutting this out here. And I'm going to go down here. And I'll be right back. And I'll save this for another card. The piece of basic white that measures 5 by 7 7/8, I'm going to score at 2, 4, and 6. This was the 2-inch score line, so this one is a little bit bigger than that one. And I want this one to be a valley fold. So fold and burnish. So there's my valley fold, and then these other score lines will be mountain folds. I want it to be in this orientation with this 2-inch one on this side. So it's valley, mountain, mountain. And I also need to take this piece, go here to 5/8 and trim, and 5/8 and trim. And then this one I'm trimming off ½ inch and 1/16. ½ inch and 1/16. So I have my card base to fold on this score line and burnish that. And I have some balmy blue ink, and I'm going to use this stamp from the kit.
cover up over here. And randomly stamp this little leaf image. Beauty of photopolymer stamps. You can stamp again if you goof it up. Okay, then this piece will go down here. Get the dog hair off of my tape runner. Okay, then I have this piece here with the 2-inch flap on this side. And I'm using my full-size Night of Navy. There was a Night of Navy ink spot in the kit. And then applying adhesive to the back of this. And lining that up there. Then on this panel, I'm going to apply that card strip. And I can close that. And now I'm using the tear and tape from the kit and applying it just to this side. And I'm staying as close to the edge as possible, because I don't want this peeking through my window over here. Burnish that so that will stay on there, and peel off the backing. And then I can close this. And then this first piece that I die cut is going in here, and it'll be glued to this side. So I'm going to use tear and tape again and apply it in here on this side. And I definitely want strong adhesive here because of the moving parts. Oh, which? I mixed up which one I'm doing, not this one. I want the opposite color. That would have been a disaster because that's tear and tape and I wouldn't be able to get it off. Put that in there. And now that slides through there. Okay, then with these two pieces, I'm going to apply my adhesive down the center. Put the vellum on here, lining up one edge. And flipping it over. And using that edge as a guide. I have my label here, and I'm going to cover up the foil at the bottom. Then I'm inking up just the word Miss. Oops. Inking up the word Miss. And then covering up the top. Cleaning my stamp. Making sure it's dry. And now inking you. And I covered up the foil just to make sure it doesn't get anything on it. Put this on dimensionals. And there you have it, a swinging flip front card.
Find written instructions over on my blog at. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, share, and thanks for watching. Bye.